Hey friends, hey, back to the show, Lee's Love Language, and hey, today is my birthday. Yes, the 25th is my birthday. Jay's birthday was on Sunday, the 22nd. Our birthdays is 3 days apart, so we celebrating it, since last weekend and up to this weekend also. But right now, Jay, she's in the store, she ain't home goods or whatever. We out of town at this particular time, but I have a good, should I say, topic today. And the topic that I want to speak on is, how can you be the right person or become the right person? Well, you're looking for that right person. But let me tell you, a lot of people out here is single. And they always say, I'm looking for that right one, the right man, the right woman. And let me ask you, have you thought about becoming that right person so that right one could be attracted to you? It's something to think about, y'all. So, I just want to speak on the single side of things or whatever. It's, even through my experience when I was single before I met Jay, I always thought to myself, I'm looking for that right woman. And then, you know what? A wise person told me, he was like, man, why not become that right man so you can have that right woman? And I thought about that. It resonated with me. I said, I never thought about it, but it made sense. So, with that being said, I actually took his advice. And guess what? I did attract that right one. That's Jay. And so sometimes, we be tunnel vision. And what I mean by that is we just look at one side of things. What we want or whatever, or what we want out of a certain person or whatever. But we never think on the flip side of things of what would that person want from me in general. I know a lot of us men be like, I want a woman, look a certain type of way, she do this, man, she clean, she cook, she do all that or whatever. And, all that is cool, if that's what you want. But on the flip side of things, let's think about this. As a man, ask yourself, what would that woman want out of you? That's what we got to ask ourselves, man. Sometimes, we get a little bit of one-sided when it comes to things. So, I just tried to evaluate myself of, how can I be that right guy for that right woman? Because we all, let's face it, none of us is perfect. We all got flaws. That's one of the things that Jay and I always talk about. No marriage is perfect. So, me and Jay, we have our, disputes at times, but it's about navigating through those disputes and also, know how to handle it. Don't allow the problem to handle you. You handle the problem. That's what's wrong with relationships nowadays, is that they allow complications or situations to handle them when we wasn't built like that. God ain't built us to allow situations to handle us. We do life and we don't allow life to do us. That's the main thing or whatever. So I think that's one of the keys or whatever into attracting that particular person that you would like, is to look in the mirror and be like, okay, how can I position myself into, becoming the right person for this particular person that I'm looking for. And so I think that's just one of the main things that we really need to evaluate ourselves in. And it was just good advice from this older guy who told me, he was a man of wisdom. And so, I just like to give, things that I endure, things that I have learned. I like to actually give those type of advice to other people and try to help other people. So also for the women, women, I know y'all looking for that right man or whatever the case may be. And it's the same thing, vice versa. Become that right woman for that right man, you know, to be, so you can attract that man. Because let's face it, you know, we are energy. Energy, you know how you walk in a room and you can feel positive energy, negative energy. You know, all that is the same thing as attracting a certain person because of the type of energy that you give off. So if you are looking for that right particular person, how is your energy? You know, is your energy low or is it high? Or is your mindset is thinking on a level of positivity or negativity? You know, you got to ask yourself these questions and look in the mirror and be real with yourself, you know, when it comes to this. So, you know, at the end of the day, I can give this advice because I actually used it for myself. And like I said, don't get me wrong, no relationship is going to be perfect. But it's all about, you know, understanding each other, compromising, you know, and communication, you know what I'm saying, to make a relationship, you know, go with a smoother ride, you know, because it's going to be bumps in the road, but it's how you get over those bumps and continue to have more of a smooth ride, a smooth transition than those bumps all the time. You know, who want to always, that's like if you in a car, like I'm in a car right now, who want to go over speed bumps the majority of your ride? I sure don't. No, I want to be on a highway, smooth, selling it out. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like relationships. You want majority of the times you want a smooth transition or whatever. And when those bumps comes in the road, when you do find that particular right person for you, then it's like, hey, we can get over this because the majority of our relationship is smooth. So this ain't nothing but a minor setback, or even if it's made a major setback, y'all can still navigate it through it along, you know, each other, you know, see each other's side, have that compromise, that understanding, and know that what that other person like. You know, it's another thing. You know, when you do find that particular right person or whatever, you got to find out what that person like. You know, you can't be so stubborn and be like, you know, I don't care what you like. This is what I like. Well, you know what? You're going to go over those speed bumps a whole lot more than what you want to. You know what I'm saying? Or either push come to shove, you know, a breakup in a relationship or whatever. But I think that is the main topic, you know, for the day is, you know, how you can become the right person for that right person. Understand what I'm saying? So, you know, just take that with a grain of salt and just know that it is for the single people who are looking for love. You know, it is somebody out there for you. You just have to just position yourself for that right particular person to come. When you don't, then you may get something that you really don't, and you may settle. And who want to settle? Hey, you only live one time on this earth. Why settle for less? That's my motto. Why settle for less? Why? I mean, I don't, you know, I really don't understand why people settle. And don't get me wrong. A lot of us have settled in our lives, but it's about learning. It's a learning process or whatever. You know, you can't settle for less throughout your whole life or whatever and live a mediocre life. Why do that to yourself? You know, it's almost slapping yourself or whatever. You know, so people just take this some good advice. Like I said, for the single men, single women, or whatever, become that right person so you can meet that right person. I had a cousin of mine, shout out to my cousin, he was like, man, you over there with a hammerhead. Hammerheads, let me get this straight, women. It's a compliment, meaning that, you know what I'm saying, you have a woman, you know what I'm saying, who got her things together and she carried herself well. That's a hammerhead. In his eyes, that's what he says as a hammerhead. He was like, shoot, I want me a hammerhead too. So I kept it real with him. I'm saying, well, have you positioned yourself to receive, quote unquote, hammerhead? If you did, then, you know, don't take this literally, y'all, but you may be stuck with screwdrivers. You know, I'm just referencing to a tool as a hammerhead. So, you know, if you're not positioning yourself for that, then you you're going to be getting screwdrivers instead of hammerheads. You know, I'm just keeping it all the way 1K. So at the end of the day, and for the ones who's not looking for a love, a single, you know, this is not for you all. You know, if you're doing your thing, then hey, keep doing your thing or whatever the case may be. I'm just talking about the ones who's looking for a real relationship. Hey, look in the mirror and ask yourself, how can I become a better person before I end up with that right person I'm looking for? That's for me, you know? So, once again, I'm going to enjoy my birthday today, y'all. And I'm having a good time. Me and Jay, we enjoying ourselves. And I think I got another treat for you all when it comes to the next video. But until then, please love language.